Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a super spooky Halloween themed show and tell. We'll have a couple spooky Halloween themed projects. It's me, Lady Ada.
It's Halloween here every week.
Well, it's just, me, Lady Ada, Mr. Lady Ada, wearing all goth black here in the Adafruit factory where we're doing all the engineering and manufacturing kitting. But right now it's quiet because we're going to check in with everybody who's come by the show and tell. Yeah. We're going to have a bunch of folks from the Adafruit community and the wider maker group come on by. Anybody's invited to the whereby. Check out our Discord for the link.
Yep.
Come by this week or maybe next week. We'll be here for another 20 minutes or so.
Yep. All right. First up, JP, what you got going on this week?
Yeah. So I've got some Halloween stuff. This is something I like to do. I did one of these last year, which is go to the Halloween store, find some sort of electromechanical, maybe audio, maybe sensing type of prop, take it apart, see how it works, and then take over some of its brains with a microcontroller. So this year I have this cool Ouija board, and it uses a motor and a linkage and magnets to move the little whatever you call it around. You don't have to get there with your friends and pretend to be not touching it. It just runs in a pattern and at one speed. So what I want to do is take it over. So I've got a Feather NRF52840 here. So I can control it over Bluetooth, and I've got our little Bluefruit app here, and I also have a little motor driver. So first of all, if I want to drive the motor, I can hit a button on here and send it somewhere. And since I'm in control of it, I can also stop it. So
that's nice.
I can't send it to every letter on there, but it makes a sort of figure eight around a bunch of letters, so you could maybe have something set up that you wanted to play back for an effect. I can also reverse the direction. So now I can head back the way I came and not always go in a loop. So I can go to yes, and then I can maybe keep going in that direction. Pause it over G for some reason. Suffer like G did. And now if I want, I can also turn on some NeoPixels that I have in there. I haven't done a lot with what they're going to do yet, but I've got a strand of NeoPixels in there that I've taken over. So the guts are actually kind of discarded off to the side. Those are the original guts in there. I don't need pretty much any of that anymore. I've got my Feather there, motor driver, little strand of NeoPixels. They had some LEDs in there, and I chucked those because they were just white LEDs that were sort of blinking. So now I've got RGB NeoPixel LEDs, and that's their original motor and their cool little linkage thing. You can kind of see that running if I hit play on it now. So the geared motor is moving.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's a really cool linkage. I took it apart fully on my show last week. So if anyone wants to go back and look at the live stream archive, you'll see what this looks like when it's fully taken apart. It's a really clever mechanism. And then the one other thing I figured would be worth trying is other stuff. So here's a magical quill for some reason. So I've got one of our actually little M4 threaded magnet feet that come with our RGB matrix displays that you can pop onto something ferrous. And I've just grafted a leftover feather. Actually, I came off of my Untitled Goose Game costume. I had a remnant of it left over, so never throw anything away.
This looks scary.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah. I saw it was I think it was on like social media. There was apparently a grandmother who knew she was passing away, but she was like a cool grandma, and she gave cards to all the people that were showing up at her funeral that said keep in touch, and it had a little Ouija board and a picture of her and everything. I thought that was kind of funny.
It's baller.
Got to have some humor at the end.
Cool goth grandma.
She wins. That's awesome.
All right, thanks, JP.
All right, so you'll be showing off some of these things and more on your show tomorrow?
Yeah, might be adding some sound, too, on Lamore's suggestion. Which
that's a good idea. Ooh, spooky sounds. All right, thanks so much, JP.
All right, thanks, JP.
All right, Liz, what you got going on this week?
Hello. This week I worked on a bat project.
Yes.
So we got a Circuit Playground Express and then 2 servo motors attached with alligator clips. And for demo purposes, I made it so that the switch should be turning the servos on. 1 second.
Live demo.
Right.
It was just working.
It was, right?
This used to happen on like all the talk shows in the 70s when they'd have like the animal handler on, or like, here's a jaguar, and they're like, it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, not into it. Maybe Well, the wings are supposed to flap.
Yeah.
It's
Do you want
okay.
us to come back to it at a later bat time?
Right.
Yeah,
Tonight?
let's come back to you at the end because I think you just
Yeah.
wanna see what happened.
Yeah, I
with
think
your-
it's follow.
I think you were probably because I asked you to make code, so you probably went off and did something else
Yeah.
and then forgot to revise it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll edit this in post. Nobody's going to see this.
No, it's working with live animals is always a challenge.
It's a
so.
live bat.
Okay.
All right. We'll get back to you in a bit. Next
All
up,
right.
Noe
Noe Pedro, what you got going on this week?
Hey, folks, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because, yeah, the microphone's haunted this week. We had a fun time in
It's that time of the
in
year.
the morning show. So we 3D printed some signs, some neon signs. I forgot to plug it in. Let's plug it in. So we did 3 different ones. This was a werewolf howling at the moon.
Oh yeah.
And we've done some LED signs before, but this one uses 2
It's not
separate.
the Thundercats logo.
It's the Thundercats logo. It can be if you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's the moon, and we used CircuitPython. It's using the QT Py RP2040, and with the LED animation library, we were able to kind of string together different animations and kind of use the sequence helper to just kind of make separate animations for each individual NeoPixel strip. So yeah, it's got a little hook, and the case is a coffin. It's a
Yeah.
snap.
It looks
Uh,
great.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
That's a good idea.
You
Yeah.
get the spooky ghost in the background.
Yeah, we got a spooky ghost with glasses and a Grim Reaper with a scythe. And shout out to Phil B for this idea because I wouldn't have thought of this werewolf, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I like it.
I
It's
mean, they
probably
really
my
look
favorite
like
one.
finished neon signs. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and what's
It really
neat
looks-
is, if you wanted to expand this project, you could have it so the moon lights up when it's a full moon out. You can have sound. You
yeah.
can have,
Yeah.
when it's dark out, the moon lights up, and then it can detect
you can detect when your dog's barking.
audio.
Ah.
Yeah,
it
there's
could
a
be
lot of things.
interactive as well. If you throw
Yeah.
something in there. Yeah,
That's
there's
really
plenty of
neat.
room in the case. Cool. So, folks want to print one up? Get your printer started. It takes maybe about 10 hours to print.
Yeah.
It's a
Finish
pretty
this
big one, but we
before
could split it up if folks
Halloween.
want.
Yeah, a couple days.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but the installation's pretty easy. Just kind of press fit them into these channels, and then just cut the strips along the lines, and you can solder them up to an extension cable like I did here. Well, that's this week's glowy.
All right, cool.
spooky
Yay,
project.
glory.
All right, and we'll be showing off this video and your speed up that you did on Ask an Engineering Night.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, folks.
All
All right. Thank you. Noe Pedro. Next
Right
up,
on. Paint Your
Paint
Dragon.
Your Dragon.
What you got going on?
It's me.
Deal.
Gosh, so like the internet meme this month is this Halloween thing about parents, please inspect your kids' candy
Yes,
because
I
we
found a Tool album in a candy bar before.
Yeah, we found Hieronymus Bosch. What is the famous triptych? The Garden of Earthly Delights in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
I
that
hate when there's like demons in my Twix bar.
was in a peanut butter cup once.
Yeah. So anyway, that's been going around, and so Lamore insisted we should devote inordinate resources to, doing something with this meme.
Yeah.
So with Jeff Epler's help,
I'm a sucker for memes. What can I tell you?
ported Doom onto a Milky Way bar.
That's right. This is the pinnacle of technology. When aliens land, they're going to bypass CERN. They're going to come straight to your place, and they're going to say, "Finally."
Yeah. So parents, you gotta inspect the candy and make sure it's not running Doom.
Yeah.
But no, actually, it's the Feather ESP32S3 with the TFT built in, and to make it fit inside a Snickers bar or Milky Way, whatever this is.
Yeah.
I actually had to remove some parts off the top of the board to make it a little flatter to fit in here.
Yeah.
And it's not an actual Snickers bar. I did try. There it is. I actually did try hollowing out
Yeah. Of course you did.
a Milky Way bar.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it's really hard to do. It's very messy, and like people were telling me, oh well, you have to freeze it in a block of ice and, and stuff. And it's
You have to put it in liquid nitrogen in a lathe it.
yeah, exactly. It's like I went on Thingiverse, and somebody had already scanned a Snickers bar,
Yeah.
and so I used the model, hollowed it out like that, and did a 3D. It was a resin print, and then painted it.
Yep.
To look like that.
How did you do the resin print? Where'd you get that done?
It's whatever the cheap resin printer is nowadays. Elegoo Mars printer. have one of
You
those.
have one, or I didn't?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that lives in the garage because they're smelly,
Yeah.
But and then I just painted it to look like chocolate. I have the that T-shirt paint.
Yeah.
At just the right specularity to look like the.
It does.
It
Yeah.
looks really close.
Yeah. So and then tuck that inside. So that was the internet joke.
And it's actually Doom. We did really poor. I mean, like, there's no joystick, but that's actually the
Yeah.
yeah, that's not just a
demo.
GIF loop. That is the actual Doom code running on the ESP32.
Yeah. All right. Well, nice work.
Outstanding.
You have captured the memes.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
the-
We'll be playing the video and talking briefly about this on Ask an Engineer.
This is the Gestalt.
As
It looks
well.
really good. Good work, you and
Yeah.
Jepler. Yeah, I mean, I basically, people kept making this joke, and so I was like, well, Phil and I were like, well, we should get Doom running, and I was like, well, we've got the TFT Feather. I said the ESP32 S3 could probably do it because we had Doom running on the ESP32 original, which is also a dual core. And I found some Korean hacker who had done not this project, but similar. They had S3 running Doom, and Jepler was between projects. I was like, why don't you go try porting it? And got it working.
Excellent. That was, I think, by far probably the harder part was getting that code.
I don't know. It's both of you did a lot. Like it's 2 days of work for each of you. A lot of work.
Team effort.
Right.
So
Thanks so much.
alrighty, thank you.
Yeah, like so laser, resin printing, and hollowing the model, and then
Yeah.
this is a team effort.
This is
My contribution was just a bad idea.
yeah. This is all the best of what we can do in technology right now.
Yes, correct.
All right. I'm gonna go back to Liz and see
Pitiful.
how the bat stuff's going. Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
I
Like
tried
a
to
bat
add
out of hell.
quickly to make it so that the servos weren't on for demo, but anyway. Basically, we've got a bat with servos and it flaps.
Yay!
Yes. Simple but effective.
A good project.
Yeah, it's quick to print, and because it's no solder, folks should be able to put it together pretty quickly. And then you had a really good suggestion of also doing a make code version. So you can either do this in CircuitPython or make code. And I added the UF2 for make code if you just want to download it and drop it on the board.
Awesome.
And a little
Thank you,
paint
Liz.
for the eyes and bangs is nice.
It's cute. Yeah, and then you got the ghost behind you. I remember you pull those out every year. You got your little spooky zone.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Thanks so much,
All right,
Liz.
keep it sweet. You got a black cat too, right?
Yep, there's two right behind me, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Steering it here.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Spooky.
Let's go to Tim. How you doing, Tim? What's going on this week?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. I have started playing with the Pico W a couple weeks back when we got Wi-Fi working on it. I've been
Yeah.
working on a couple variations of a trivia program, and so I have one to show, but I also want to show how it goes together because it uses the cowbell, and it turned out to be super convenient for putting it together. So I have the cowbell with female headers on the top of it, and then the Pico W has male headers. And then I just stuck some more male headers out the bottom, sticking up there. And then it can use female jumpers to just go between the cowbell and the screen. So everything is all nice and neat and the same length. All the cabling is nice, but it's also all kind of plug and play. I can unplug it and reuse all the parts for different stuff. So
That's convenient.
in the trivia game, you get your choice between how many questions you want to do. So up at the top there, we can change how many questions we want, more or less.
Yeah.
You also get your choice of what category you want. So you choose category, you click go, and then it's going to reach out to a free trivia API that's online, fetch the questions, and you get to answer through them with the buttons here. So it's just
nice.
a 1x4
Wow.
Neo key plugged into the stemma port there, which is also nice and convenient on the cowbell. You get to choose your answers, so I'll just click through them, and then it will show you your score, and then you can just click another button to play again if you want. So that's kind of the most basic version, but I like the way all the hardware kind of turned out, and the next thing to do is kind of try to design a case to mount everything inside of, get it all nice and contained in something.
Will you be talking about this or showing this on Deep Dive this week at 3 p.m. Pacific?
Yeah, so I've worked on different variations of this during some of the recent ones, and I think we will do some more stuff to the UI, prettying up the UI, maybe playing around with some other things on there.
This is like an instant lesson plan for so many folks that want to have anyone who's learning any type of coding. You want to like do a game, and then you want to have like reach out on the internet, get information, and it can't just be like news, stock, and weather. It should be something more interesting than that. So this is a really good project.
Yeah, thank you. I think the trivia API is really nice because it's free to use, it's easy to integrate with, and it's like
Are the questions pretty good?
What's that?
Are the questions pretty good that they download?
They are so far. Yeah, there's a few thousand questions. So if you stick to the single categories, you'll see repeats occasionally depending on which category it is. If you stick to the all categories, I don't see repeats too many. I will say I'm not so good at trivia, is what I've learned by working on this.
Okay.
Yeah. Python Jeopardy. All right. Well, thanks so much, Tim.
Yeah, well, you can practice for free.
Yep.
That's
true. Thank you.
All right, nice work,
Next up,
Tim.
we're going to go to DJ Devin, and then we'll close out with Mark and some pumpkins.
That's right.
DJ Devin 3, what you got going on?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So last time I worked on the 4 APIs, and now it prints out the actual names. And I had to modify the 7-segment library in order to get it to do that. And I put in a PR for that. And that will reach out to each of the subsequent APIs, pull down the amount of users, and including the Adafruit Discord, which I kind of cheated on because they want you to use their OAuth bot, but I found a kind of a way around it that I'm not going to talk about, but there's just a way around it.
Yeah.
Ooh, good.
Yeah. Is that, and so that's
Sneaky
the number
code.
of users that are currently total users and then users online.
Yeah,
nice.
there's two APIs. One is the first one was pulling from the SVG, and then the second one is pulling directly from Discord.
Yeah.
That's why it repeated.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Sneaky.
And then let's see what else I got here. See if I can adjust my camera.
Watch out, there's nudes everywhere.
Yep, nudes everywhere. Give me 1 second here.
All right, cool. So these are some decorations
It's like a
for
mask. What's that?
Oh, butane torch.
Whoa.
Hey,
What's going on?
back it up.
Get in there. And it didn't want to light. And yeah.
Oh, it's a pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin, and you light up the pumpkin and has.
Yeah, it looks a lot better when the pumpkin's actually on.
Oh, it's on now.
No, it looks good.
Yeah, or it seems like it.
I don't know if the flame
it's
will
not.
change too much. The LEDs are pretty bright.
Yeah, those LEDs are really bright. We can really see the face. It looks good. It looks spooky. Please be careful.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like this is.
There we go.
Okay. So it's got electronics in there.
Ooh. That's spooky.
Oh, right on.
Wow, that's a super intense pumpkin.
You know what? You're right. This does look really good.
It does look really
Yeah.
good. You're right.
That it's Guy Fawkes.
But still be careful.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right.
for my last project, I got this cool skeleton kind of mask looking thing.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
And then from last week, I had my eye project, which I just unplugged.
You can combine
Okay.
these. Oh, yeah.
Yay.
So these have lizard eyes that I came up with.
Yeah.
That's great.
And if I can shoot that in there just as a demo, because I still have until Halloween to get this one done.
Plenty of time.
You're doing great.
So this one goes in the front there, just as a
Oh, yeah.
creepy.
Nice.
Oh,
So that's all I got.
All
Yeah.
right. These are excellent projects. Thank
That's
you
so
for coming
spooky.
by and keeping with the Halloween theme this week.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Have a great Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right.
All right, Mark. I see some pumpkins.
All right. It's
Oh,
pumpkin
look,
time.
there's a Blinka pumpkin.
Yeah, there is
Yay!
pumpkins everywhere. The Blinka was one of my last printed ones. And if you get too close to the middle one,
Oh,
Wow.
that looks great.
Those are
What's
cute.
funny is it has the like Disney attraction kind of look and feel for, they still have these like animatronics that kind
Like
of look
really
like
big
that.
round eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look very cute.
It's the blinking, I think, that makes it look like that.
It's also
Yeah.
it's like a cartoon character.
Yeah, it didn't look that scary in then, and I was like, that's an okay look for it. It's
Yeah.
a happy pumpkin looking at you if you get too close and lights up with
Yeah.
all his friends around him.
And like,
Goes to sleep
yeah,
and then
sleeps, and then when you combine, whoa, watch out.
attack from
Oh
Canada.
yeah, I forgot the sensor only triggers every once in a while.
That's a great pumpkin.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
great.
actually super happy how the main one and even the Blinka one turned out.
Yeah, it looks purple. Is there a purple or a pink
There's
LED inside of it?
Yeah, there's NeoPixel jewels in all of them.
Ah.
So there's jewels in all the small pumpkins. The big one's got the quarter ring for the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the eyes that I've been working on all week to try to get running on the RP2040, which finally worked.
I love how it goes to sleep like so silently.
Yeah, these turned out great.
Nice work.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun, and now just to get it up for everyone to see on Halloween.
This is totally going to be for sale at Home Depot like in 2 years.
Yeah, we were doing predictions on like what's going to be the next thing that has stuff from the maker community that's now available at Home Depot.
Yeah,
So
they love it. I mean, like they absolutely look at this stuff.
We were thinking the Paint Your Dragon blood drippy LEDs might be the next year thing.
Yeah.
That was also really cool. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
So thanks for having me on today.
All right. Thank you.
Whoa.
Thanks so much.
Hey.
Yeah, give it in character too. Outstanding. And, and you did those demos with the mascot. That was
well.
really
Now
impressive.
you add those lizard eyes like
Yeah.
DJ Devon has, and you can. That'd be really creepy.
Outstanding. All right, Mark. Happy Halloween.
All right.
Yes, dude.
Okay.
Isn't that
I'm
how
gonna go with the treat, not the trick.
It's like every horror movie has that.
They always have like the mask comes
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. That's our show
was
for
spooky.
tonight. That was a good Halloween episode. But keep coming by. Of course, you can come by next week. It's Halloween every single week here. We'll be doing Ask an Engineer in a few minutes, and every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Show and tell. Thanks for making this the best half an hour of our week every single week. See you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Bye, everybody.